What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Corvette Weekly. Welcome back to the show that is anything and everything Corvette. I hope you guys all had a good Memorial Day. I know I actually did. For once in Pennsylvania, that it was nice and not raining, so I got to take the Corvette out and spend some time with family. So hopefully you guys all did as well. And yeah, welcome back. I'm happy to see all you guys, all the same names popping in here, maybe some new ones. But today is going to be hopefully the final day of the AWE exhaust giveaway. For those of you who are new, haven't seen this yet, we are giving away a brand new AWE exhaust for a C8 Corvette Z06. If you want to get entered, you can. Every $10 is an entry. Every $50 or more is double entries. As of right now, let me see where we're at. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 entries. So this thing is by no means locked up here, guys. So again, if you have a C8 Z06, the exhaust that I've had on 2 of my C8 Z06s now have both been AWE. It is the exhaust to have. If you want to get it here for significantly less, this is a $4,000 exhaust. You can get it here for way less than that. Like I said, $10 is an entry, $50 or more is double entry. So tonight's the night, guys. Let's get this thing banging here because we barely have any entries here. And honestly, the amount of money that has been donated at this point is barely even half of the cost of this exhaust. So ideally, we kind of come through tonight and just have a bunch of entries happen for this thing so we can get this thing sealed up tonight. We're going to do I'm going to draw the names tonight. So like I said, guys, if you're interested, if you have a C8 Z06, this is the way you do it. This is the way you get it for way less than anywhere else. But anyway, let's talk real quickly, guys, about the sponsor of the channel here. It is, of course, NCM Insurance. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, you definitely should. Go over to their website, ncminsurance.com, click on Get a Quote. And under step 3, I think it is, it's going to ask you, where did you hear about us? Just make sure you put in there HPO26, and they'll know I sent you over there. Now, like I said before, there is no strings attached to this. If you fill this out, you are not obligated to switch. There's no cost for it. It will literally take you a couple minutes of your time. Worst case scenario, it doesn't save you any money and you're done with it. Best case scenario though, and this is what I've found for most people, it is going to save you money and it's also going to offer you potentially better coverage than what you have currently. So check this out. And like I said, just make sure you're putting in there HPO26 under where you heard about us. It helps out the channel. And like I said, you might even find it saves you some money. So check it out. The links are in the description down below, or just go to ncminsurance.com and get a quote real quick. It does help the channel, like I said, and I would appreciate it. So other than that, I am going to turn the speaking role over to Joe. You guys know Joeler. He's here to update us on some HPO Vet Exchange and Criswell stuff. So take it away, Joe.
Thank you, Justin. How are you? And hope everybody out there is having a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm glad that you got to drive your car this weekend, Justin. In New Jersey, we had rain since Friday. I don't know what it's like to drive my car, but it's okay. This week's supposed to be beautiful, so I'll make up for lost time. Couple things I want to run through for everybody tonight. Reminder, we are just under 2 weeks away for the first inaugural HBO and Griswell car meet being hosted on June 7th at Griswell Corvette in Gaithersburg, Maryland. For those of you who have secured the VIP spots in their actual parking lot, you know who you are. Please arrive by 11:45. The event is scheduled from noon till 4. If you don't have one of those spots, no worries. Just go down the road to the Dogfish Head Ale House. That's located at 800 West Diamond Ave, also obviously in Gaithersburg. You can park there and then just take a walk up to the dealership, which is where we're all going to be sort of hanging out. For those of you who have not been to that dealership, it is open. There will be sales reps and the sales management there. You are highly encouraged to walk the lot and see 50 plus Corvettes, and that doesn't include any inbound that may be arriving between now and June 7th. They obviously have a really nice showroom, a bunch of really nice people. As mentioned, I have bought 3 of my past Corvettes there, and they're just really, really true to their word and a great organization to deal with. So we were really pleased when we were able to partner with them. So I wanted to mention one car this week that I think is an awesome build. If you're into Hysteria Purple, it's a 2 LZ Z06 convertible. I don't know if you can tell in the picture there, but it does have 4,150 bronze Spider Tech aluminum wheels, which are really, really sharp. It also has the GT bucket seats and a host of other features. Natural interior, which is a really nice combo on the Hysteria Purple exterior. The sticker on this is $145,730, and the special price to us here on the channel is $131,157. The only additional fees would be just tax and tags. Every other fee is built in, so you're not going to get surprised with any, extraordinary dock fees or surprise fees beyond just tax and tags, which is a hallmark of really dealing with a great firm like Griswold. So that's one to check out. You'll note that we are about almost 1,300 to 1,400 less on that vehicle than they have on their website. And again, that's sort of the VIP relationship we have with them and the white glove service you'll definitely receive. So if you are interested in that vehicle or frankly, anything on their site, make sure you hit Justin up or hit us up at hpovetexchange@gmail.com. And we'll do the introduction and connection and make sure that you get treated as you should as a VIP of the channel. The other thing I wanted to just remind everybody is we also do have the other attribute of the HPO Vet Exchange. So if any of you have a Corvette, any year, trim, make, or model, and you're interested in selling it, again, let Justin know or come to us at hpovetexchange@gmail.com, and we'll work with you to try and get you, obviously, the right buyer and maximize your best price. And since it's really more of a retail environment, you won't be subject to necessarily a significantly lower price that you might be able to get for people that understand the value of Corvettes in more of a retail world as opposed to a trade-in type scenario. So that's what I wanted to talk about with respect to Griswold. So again, reminder, June 7th, 800 West Diamond Ave. That's the Dogfish Head Ale House. And then just take a walk over to the dealership and you will be able to see a giant American flag no matter where you are in and around the parking lot of Dogfish. So just look for the American flag, which is very apropos here on Memorial Day today. And thanks to everybody who served and those that gave their life for us to all be here and be able to have a show like this that Justin hosts every Monday night. With that all said, Justin, I just wanted to mention nice real video this week on the 92 millimeters and some of the numbers that you actually were able to share through the dyno work you did.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, that was obviously a little bit of a surprise for even me. I was expecting the throttle bodies to make some power, but to be honest, I didn't think it was going to make 22 horsepower and 16 torque. So any of you guys out there who have the 92 millimeter ported throttle bodies or even the 91s, I mean, I haven't personally dynoed the 91s, but I know David from DBM Racing has, and he shows consistent gains with the 91s as well. So I know Joe and I were talking off camera here, and it mentioned, the reason Solar makes these throttle bodies isn't even really directly for horsepower addition. It's more of a driving experience. And a beautiful byproduct of that is that you also gain some horsepower. So the fact that we picked up 22 on a stock car is absolutely insane. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how you can possibly do better than that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Justin, a thing that really, really impressed me were the gains even at 2 other really nice RPM ranges. So at about 3,000, 3,500,
Yep.
you had, even better horsepower and torque numbers than you did at wide open throttle. And obviously that's a nice range to be cruising and driving in. But I think really the pinnacle for me was when you showed the chart at 6,250 to just below 7,000, picking up 44 horsepower. It was highly impressive. Again, it just goes back to what we say on this channel for a long time, and that is that these Corvettes can handle more air, whether it's the C6, C7, C8. We've talked about an 87 millimeter throttle body, been around since 2014. It's on all different vehicles for economy of scale reasons, but I think this really hits you between the eyes, both with the 91s and 92s, that these Corvettes enjoy more air, can handle more air. They don't trigger a check engine light, or any sort of limp mode, because the car enjoys having the benefit of that additional air. I was definitely surprised by the 40 plus number.
Yeah.
It just pretty much floored me. And as you mentioned and alluded to, the purpose of really a ported throttle body is really to just smooth out the driving experience. We know that if you maximize the air going into what is effectively an air pump, or what people refer to as obviously the engine, right? You're going to pick up gains, but what you really pick up is just the better acceleration, total smoothness at every point on the curve, above idle, and then obviously the byproduct you're going to get as well as horsepower. But that's an incredible number for something that's not really purchased specifically for massive horsepower gains.
Right.
So really cool.
Yeah, and that, like I was saying in my video, if you guys haven't seen it, you should check it out. I think it's the latest video I put up on the channel. Totally stock car, stock everything. And when I say stock everything, I'm not saying that and then but minus this. No, it's 100% stock. Air filter stock, exhaust is stock. Everything on that engine is stock. And I run it on the dyno, put on the 92 millimeter ported throttle bodies, let it relearn it, take it back a week later in weather that's actually a hair warmer than the first time I ran it, and it makes 22 horsepower at peak. And like Joe was saying, at 6,200 RPM, I believe it's making around 46. It's picking up, and it smooths out a dip that's there from stock that makes that power just carry all the way through. It's really, really a fantastic part to add to the car. But even the dyno operator says this is like the perfect mod for this car. You can actually hear him say it in the background, because if he hadn't seen it, he wouldn't believe it either, that this thing picks up that much power on a stock car. I mean, the one thing you guys will probably notice, and I know, Joe, I know you've noticed this too, because you have a C8 ZR1 and a C8 Z06. The C8 ZR1's intake manifold is significantly smaller than the Z06. And it's because the C8 Z06 needs air, whereas the C8 ZR1 has got the turbos. It doesn't really need as much air in that intake part. So that big manifold of the C8 Z06 is just demanding as much air as it possibly can get. And with these throttle bodies, it's getting more air. So it stands to reason it would make some power. But again, I was blown away at 22. I thought 8 to 15 at absolute max. And when it came in at 22, I was like, wow, is that insane?
Yeah, and to your point, you're running a pair of 65 millimeter throttle bodies on the ZR1 OEM. Right. And as we all know, at this point on the Z06, you're running OEM 87 millimeter throttle bodies. So just even OEM to OEM, as you mentioned, for the reasons of the twin turbos, you don't need as much air. But truly with 91s and 92s on the naturally aspirated Z06, it enjoys that air beyond the 87 millimeters. And with the 92 millimeter throttle bodies, you're getting just under 25% more CFM airflow into that engine. And the 91s are still giving you 19% over OEM. So if you have the 91s, don't feel like you've got to run out and swap, unless you do really like the billet all aluminum feature, or you love the black, anodized look. Either are going to be a really significant change for you over the 87. But I would never tell somebody not to buy the latest and greatest. But I don't want people who have the 91s to feel like somehow they're missing out on a tremendous difference, other than approximately 5% of airflow and probably a couple horsepower and a couple torque. But we're really proud of both products.
Yeah, I totally agree. Very, very happy with. I mean, like I said in my video, I got the 92s because they look cool. I already knew the 91s make power, but the 92s just looked better in the engine bay. And I thought, worst case scenario, they make the same power as the 91s. But these are making more power and they look cooler. Do you have to get them? No, but at the same time, it's hard to not want the latest and greatest. But yeah, that's a total win across the board. For $1,000, you get a set of throttle bodies that can make 22 horsepower on a stock car, or the next mod that I would recommend, slightly below that, would be the Eventuri intake. That's going to cost you twice as much and technically gain peak horsepower a little bit lower than the Solar Performance throttle body. So if you're going based off bang for buck, the 92s are literally the best mod you can put on a stock car for power and look. It's pretty much that simple. Anyway,
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, go
yeah, I
ahead,
was
Joe.
just going to close out and say, for another, $229 on top of that, pairing the controller and the throttle body, which are both addressing, trying to solve the same issue, one electronically, in terms of the throttle controller and one physically in terms of the throttle body. You're talking about under $1,500 for both. And trust me when I tell you, if you haven't experienced it, and this is from other people to me, saying, I feel like I got a new engine. And that's a pretty big claim. And I don't usually say things like that lightly, but when enough people sit there after we install them and tell me that, and I've experienced it myself, it's the real deal. And if you don't believe it, you've got 30 days to send both products back, and we don't really get any returns. So I think that's really the best way to put it. So Justin, back to you.
Absolutely, Joe. I appreciate you coming on here as always and updating us. We'll see you in person in what, about
2 weeks? Not even 2 weeks.
not even a little less than 2 weeks.
I will have your cousin there. I will have the Z06 Seawolf. So
yep, and then Dan will have a Seawolf Gray, and there's at least two other cars coming that are Seawolf too. So we're going to try to put all of them as close together as possible.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other beauties that are coming as well. So really looking forward to seeing you all there. Please do come out and join us.
Absolutely.
I think you'll be really impressed with the dealership, and hopefully when you're in the market for your next Corvette, you'll have some contacts down there that you've met. So have a great show, and happy Memorial Day, everybody. Yep. Have a great week.
You too, Joe. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So like Joe was saying, we are going to be having this show at Criswell, which is in Gaithersburg, Maryland, June 7th. So not even 2 weeks from today. It'll be Sunday. We will have one more live video between now and then, so we'll definitely be mentioning it a lot in the next Monday night's live video. But if you can make it out, definitely let us know. I think we might have one VIP spot left, I think, because Shane, hanging with Shane, unfortunately, is not going to be able to make it, so he's given up his VIP spot. But as he's saying, currently we got 45 thumbs ups, guys. We have well over 150 people in here watching. We should have way more thumbs ups than this. So far, I've gotten everybody who has added a donation for the AWE exhaust. You guys are entered. Your numbers are updated. So let's keep this rolling. The AWE exhaust for the C8Z06. You guys have heard my car. And if you haven't, I'll play a sound clip for you here in a second. It sounds amazing. The AWE exhaust is consistently the best sounding exhaust on these cars, and you can win it tonight for significantly less than the $4,000 it would normally cost. So really, really, really a good exhaust. So you should take your chances here. It's thanks to Charles Samaha. He's given it to the channel for a giveaway. It's brand new, never used, still in the box. He's going to ship it out as soon as the winner name is drawn here. I'm going to pay for shipping, and he's going to send it out. So let's make sure everybody is getting their option or their chance for this, because it's definitely something you guys should grab if you have a C8Z06. Let's see. Yeah, the ZR1X beating a Chiron, that really is something else. And the thing is we actually had a Bugatti down at the Pittsburgh International Auto Show this past year, and it was the Hamilton Collections Bugatti. It was super nice spec. It's basically Seawolf Gray with an orange interior. It's a nice spec. But you would think for a car that costs that much that you would be just absolutely wowed by the sound it makes when it starts. I could not have been more underwhelmed by any car I've ever heard start in my entire life. It was like the quietest thing I've ever heard start. Not just that, you can't deny the performance of the Chiron, but at the same time, you can't deny the performance of the ZR1X. If it's beating these cars, the Chiron is a $4 million car plus. I've seen that thing listed for $4 to $4.5 million, and the ZR1X is faster. Chevy freaking killed it. What can I say? So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, that is on Brooks Drag Time's YouTube channel. We just finished a car for him down in Florida, actually, Shane. Shane's car's down there currently, his new Z06. But we just finished wrapping up a car for him, for Brooks as well. And then Shane's car will be done soon. And yeah, Shane, it should be in the What's in the Shop this Wednesday. So if it is, I'll try to, if I can remember, to play that next Monday night for you so you guys, everybody can see it. Look at Charles here, throwing $200 into Shane's arena so it improves his odds of winning. Charles is the one giving this exhaust away, and he's putting money into this. This is how you know when a subscriber supports the channel. This is what you see. Charles, thank you very much. I will make sure Shane gets an additional 40 entries. So Shane, Charles is hooking you up, man. I was gonna say Jay Brazelton. He's like, Charles, what are you doing? Jay wants that exhaust too. So yeah. So from the guy who has a ZR1X, he says most people don't understand just how fast that ZR1X is. It smokes all of his previous C8 ZR1 times. I drove it. I know it. It's insanely fast. It is literally, I've driven a lot of fast cars. That ZR1X it's in a completely different stratosphere of fast. And that says something. Elijah says now regular people can go millionaire hypercar fast. Yes and no. Regular people can't even get a ZR1X yet, because unless you're willing to pay over for it. At this point, it's really hard to even get a ZR1X, but eventually you will be able to. And once you can, then your statement's absolutely correct. There you go. Shane's buying him dinner. You absolutely should. Charles helping out, secretly helping out Shane here. That gives Shane 40 more entries. Let me see where that puts Shane at. So Shane's at 100 entries with that extra 40. So Jay, you are at 120. Kevin Reynolds, you're at 125. So Kevin Reynolds is leading the pack at 125. Then Jay, then Shane. Shane was literally gifted third place here. Now, just because he's in third place doesn't mean he's going to lose. He's just in third place as far as the amount of entries are concerned. So still very well could win this thing. We'll see. It's going to end tonight, though, guys. So, again, don't wait. Get your entries in. I'm going to draw that thing tonight. And, again, huge thank you to Charles for making this a thing. Very, very awesome to see. Solar Joe says, looking forward to June 7th. See you guys there. Noon to 4 p.m. Criswell Corvette, Gaithersburg, Maryland. For those outside the 25 confirmed parking spots, please head over to the Dogfish Head Ale House. Now, just so you guys know, that's like basically right there beside Criswell. So the parking lots are within walking distance of each other. It's not a big deal. It's just Criswell has so many freaking Corvettes on their lot already, they can't open up any more room. So the VIP spots are going to be right there. Oh, look at this. Looks like Kevin Reynolds is coming in again. He wants to maintain that number one spot. So he's getting another 100 entries. Kevin, you're definitely leading the pack, and you're padding that lead. So another 20 entries for you gives you 145 entries. Jay Brazelton's 120, and Shane is 100. Let's see if we get another matching entry from Jay or not. And then we will also have lunch at the Dogfish Head Ale House. Apparently, I've heard it's pretty good, so that's where we'll optional lunch if you guys want to join at 1:30. Oh, look at Shane's coming back in. Dang, Shane, you really want this thing. Shane throws another 200 at this. So that's going to get him another 40 entries. All right, Shane just moved himself into second place. So Shane is now at 140 entries. Kevin Reynolds is at 145. So Kevin, you're still leading, but barely at this point. You guys are. I think this is an old-fashioned slobber knocker between Shane and Kevin and Jay at this point. D Lang, I plan on taking my car to the drag strip very soon here. That will be something that also happens after I get it all tuned and everything dialed in. I'll be doing another dyno session to see how much the tune adds. Then it will be going to the drag strip to show possibly should be better quarter mile times. We will see. Keith French says, wish I could be there. It's only a 1,200 mile ride from Louisiana. That's all right, Keith. I appreciate you trying. I get it. Shane says, we got 59 thumbs ups currently. Guys, let's rock those thumbs up. Let's get to 100 by 8. We got 3 minutes for 41 more thumbs ups. Come on, guys. We can do it. Smash those thumbs ups. All right, so we got another entry from Jay. Jay Brazelton is now in for another 40 entries. So that puts Jay back in the lead at 160. So Jay's 160. He's leading. Kevin Reynolds, second place, 145. And Shane at 140. Pretty crazy. You guys really want this thing. And you should. You 100% should. Shane had one on his previous Z06. So he's a lot like me. I had AWE exhaust on my black Z06. Got the gray one. Looked around for another exhaust that I liked. They literally don't exist. The exhaust for this car is so specific. If you like the sound of AWE, you are not going to like the sound of anything else. So Shane obviously realizes that too because he had it on his Z06, and then after that one got unfortunately totaled, the new car, he wants an AWE on that too. So one way or another, I'm sure he's going to end up with one on that car, whether he wins it here or gets it from AWE. And this is the real statement here from Hot Rod Todd. Drag strip times depend a lot on track prep and density altitude. Most hero times are at low altitude tracks. This is 100% accurate. So after I finish my tune and get the car dynoed and everything, I throw it on the drag strip. What it produces there, unfortunately, I don't have a stock run with this car at this drag strip to compare it to. All I can tell you is that if it's at 10.6 or below, that's obviously an improvement over what the stock car would run. Even then, it is possible it would run a lower time, or a higher time, I guess, because of tire slippage, track prep, altitude, everything Todd's saying here. So even that car at stock running 10.6, if I ran a 10.8 with all my mods, that does not mean the mods aren't working. That means it's potential for the track prep not being overly great, altitude, all of these things come into play. So we'll see what happens. The best sounding muffler is a turbo. Yep. That's very evident on a ZR1. The sound that you get out of a Z06 is phenomenal. If you put a turbo on it, it does muffle it. Even though it sounds cool hearing that turbo whistle, it's not the same as a Z06. All right, so Kevin is back in again. So let's see, would be 50, would be 10, 60. And 50, 1, 2, 3. So 10, 13, 16. That'd be 16 more entries for you, Kevin. So that puts you at 161. Of course. All right, so Kevin's at 161 to put him back in the lead. Jay's at 160, and then Shane's at 140. You guys are funny. You guys are really funny. It's pretty good stuff. Dan, hopefully we get to see you, Maria, and Coco at the Criswell show. I'm still, it's up in the air as to whether or not Amber's going to go or not, but either way, hopefully I get to see you guys. Jesse Harris is in for 20 entries. He says, I'll take one exhaust, please and thank you. All right, Jesse, I'll get you in there for your 20 entries. Definitely awesome. Yeah, amazing finish to the Indy 500 yesterday. So, guys, this is something I wanted to touch on here really quickly. I don't think I've seen Professor Corvette in here yet, but he usually is in here. Professor Corvette and Joe Lamb were both at the Indy 500. And just like I said before, if you guys have the red HPO foam finger and you're at any kind of car events or, large car gatherings, snap a picture of yourself with the finger. We're going to show them here on the live video. We got a couple pictures from Professor Corvette. None of him, but a few of his girlfriend. And then Joe Lamb, of course, repping the finger as well. So I'm going to show these real quick here. Let me load these up. So here we go. So again, at the Indy 500, repping the HPO finger. You can't go wrong. So hopefully Professor Corvette's in here, or at least he watches this afterwards, because now you guys are famous, right? You guys are famous. But we got a couple pictures here, obviously still at the Indy 500, and then even one in the bleachers. Professor Corvette doesn't feel like he should take pictures of himself, but that's okay. Then we also have Joe Lamb, who, actually, no, I'm sorry, Professor Corvette shot this picture right here. This is obviously the ZR1X doing its thing, looking fantastic. And then Joe Lamb with the finger as well. So, guys, I appreciate you sending the pictures out. Definitely, if any of the rest of you have these fingers, snap pictures when you're at a car event or doing something cool, and I'll put them up here on the live. I don't care if you've already done it. You can do it multiple times. So Kevin Horan was the one that started this whole thing. Kevin, if you're doing something cool and you have that finger, snap another picture. I will take as many of these kind of pictures as possible. It helps the whole community get to know each other, and I like that. All right, so yeah, the winner of the 500 won a ZR1X. That seems like the easiest way to get a ZR1X at this point, unfortunately. You got to win a crazy race. There you go. Just show up to the Indy 500, win, and you get a ZR1X. So, that's not what I meant, Anthony George. It's a few pictures of his girlfriend, not you guys twisted my words. Let's see. Yep. Juan, I have you in for... Let me see what I got you in for here. Juan, I have you in for 20 entries. Oh, nope, you're in for 40. I do see that you donated twice. Okay, you're in for 40 entries. So, big thank you, guys. Let's kill this AWE thing today, because like I said, it is getting given away tonight. And again, huge thank you to Charles for donating this to the channel. So, yeah. Charles, I'm still waiting. I'm hoping to see you at the Criswell show, but if not, you're definitely coming to Carlisle, right? Guys, we got 65 thumbs ups. We got over 120 people watching. Let's smash those thumbs ups, guys. We do have some information coming up. Today's kind of a light information day, and I know it's because Prime Memorial Day. There's not a lot of research going on, and honestly, I'm surprised. It's later in the day, so I appreciate you guys spending the rest of your Memorial Day with me, but there is, because people are out there grilling if they can be, spending times with family and all that good stuff. So always nice to have you guys here. Yep. All right. Awesome. We'll see you there then, Dan, and Maria, and Coco. Tell Coco we'll see you there. Engineer Insanity says, do you have drag radials for your Z06, Justin? No, I don't. And that's the big thing, is that I want the car set up in a way that, any one of you guys can do. So I don't want to throw a special drag pack on there and all this other stuff, because then it starts to become something that's completely different than the car that you can do the same thing with. So maybe I'll do a stock run, and maybe I'll look at some special tires for this and see if, do both. But at the same time, hopefully it's just a well-prepped track. Well-prepped track. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, tell them all hello. Yeah, guys, smash the thumbs up if you can. Really helps the channel. I'd love to get to at least 100 here real quick, so just keep pressing that thumbs up for me. We're going to be talking about some news and information here in a second. We just shared all kinds of pictures of you guys sharing your pictures from, in this case, the Indy 500 of the HPO finger. So if you guys have one of these from the bash, snap a picture, doing some cool car stuff, send it over. We'll share it, talk about it on the live video. But let's talk real quickly about, something somewhat related, and that is the C8 Corvette Grand Sport finishing second in class and 7th overall in the one lap of America. If you guys don't know what this is, I didn't really know what this was either until I read about this a little bit, but ultimately it's like taking place over 8 days. Yeah, it's an 8-day competition that, the teams drive hundreds of miles across multiple states, various racing venues, and then compete in a number of driving related activities. You can see the pictures here show it doing autocross in wet environments and all that stuff. And they have to do it all on one set of tires. So what's interesting here is this is the new Grand Sport, and it's painted very appropriately for Memorial Day. And it has the Z52 track package, which is basically the Z07 Aero. And it did pretty well. So obviously second in class and 7th overall, it's not bad. It's just another selling point for this car. And with the Z52 track package and the Grand Sport price, everything added in there, we don't know exactly what the pricing on this stuff's going to be yet based on options and everything, because the visualizer is still not out. But I would assume that car will be pretty close to the C8 Z06 Z07 package car. If I had to guess, probably within 10 grand. So really, probably in that performance spec, it's going to perform probably somewhat closely to the Z06. Obviously, the Z06 would probably still be a little bit better on most tracks because of the higher revving, and the higher horsepower, but we'll see. Ricky says, what tire did it use? That's a great question. Let me see if I can see that on there. It looks like a Sport 4. Yeah, it was. It was a Sport 4S. So not the Cup 2s. You can see right here, it is the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. What's really interesting about that is we saw a picture on GM's Instagram not too long ago talking about the fact, or actually, I'm sorry, they didn't talk about it, but just a picture of an eray with the new Sport S5 tires. And so far, we haven't seen anything about that. So I'm not sure exactly when GM plans on making that switch, but it is something that they've inadvertently photographed. So it's got to be coming soon. I knew this question was going to come up. Engineer Insanity says, what do you think of the new Ram Rumblebee with the wide body and Hellcat? I knew this was going to come up because I'm obviously a big fan of the TRX. And I'll be honest with you, I freaking love the Rumblebee, the top of the line SRT Rumblebee with the Hellcat engine. The only thing that will stop me from buying that is if it's only available in yellow. I haven't seen anything yet that says it's only available in yellow, but I have a feeling it's going to only be available in yellow. And if it is, I'm not a yellow guy. I wouldn't buy it for that simple fact. And I've already heard it where people are like, well, you could just wrap it, vinyl wrap it. I don't want to vinyl wrap it. I want a good color. So yellow's not me. Now, if I can get that car or that truck in the gray that they offer on the lower end Rumblebee, which was the 5.7 liter, I believe. If I can get that gray on the top end Rumblebee with Hellcat, I'm in. Anthony George says, no, there was gray and black and white. Is that going to be on the SRT Rumblebee? Because I only saw those colors on the lower end Rumblebees, not the Hellcat. Ricky said he knew that I was going to say that about it being yellow. I'm not a yellow guy. I'll take gray or black. That's pretty much the colors I would go with on that truck. The gray was very nice. It's very Seawolf-esque, and you guys know I love Seawolf, so... V8 Behind says, can you still use titanium tips with AWE exhaust? Probably. I'm not going to say yes because I'm not 100% sure, but the exhaust tips on the AWE exhaust are 4.5 inch, and they are all individually added to the pipes. So if you have another 4.5 inch exhaust tip that you want to use, odds are good it will bolt right on there to the AWE pipes. Oh, it's in the info pack. Okay, Anthony, if you have a link to that or something, send me an email with it if you could. I'd love to see that, because that would be fantastic if the SRT Rumblebee comes in a different color. Yeah, color PPF is available, yes, but I don't want to go that route. Now, you guys, just so you know, Shane and anybody who's asking about this, I know we talked a little bit about this last week. Color PPF isn't really built for changing the color of a car. I know this sounds off, but PPF is significantly thicker than vinyl. So when you change the color of a car with a vinyl wrap, you can do that easier, where PPF doesn't bend and hold around corners the way vinyl does. So let's say you have a yellow truck that I'm trying to wrap black. There's going to be a lot of yellow still showing whenever I'm done, because you can't wrap edges the way you can with vinyl. And I'm not a vinyl guy. So with that said, you're going to say, well, what's the point? What's color PPF for? It's for adding different color to different parts of the car. Like, say you want a black hood, or you want a black roof, or a black trunk. Like, you can do that kind of stuff. But to change the entire color of a car, it's a lot more difficult, because you can't wrap, especially on like front and back bumpers, you can't wrap between the fender and the bumper, or it will push it out. So, yeah. And as Becca says, color PPF is tough to work with. Anthony, Justin's worst nightmare is a yellow hybrid. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not a yellow guy. Again, Engineered Insanity, I have not heard a word about pricing. Have you heard that it's going to be sub 100K? Because if that's the case, that's a no-brainer. I figured for sure it's going to start at least what the 27 TRX is starting at, and that was over 100. Yeah, you'll see a lot of seams. And from what I've seen so far, this could change, Ricky, but for what I know of right now, I don't think color PPF is offered in 10 mil. I think it's only 8. Yeah, okay. Becca just confirmed that. Okay, yeah, if it's priced less than the TRX, that's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer, because you're also getting the sport or performance calipers up front too. So 6-piston calipers from Brembo in the front, where you don't get those with the TRX. So, and other than that, you're getting the exact same powertrain with a slightly smaller cab, built-in tonneau cover, and it's got a spoiler on the back. Hey, a truck with a spoiler. But seriously. All right. If it's below 100, then I'm going to have to really look at this, especially if you can get it in gray. If you're right about that, Anthony, I'm going to have to check that out. Hanging with Shane says, we got 81 thumbs ups, guys. We got 140 people in here watching. Smash the thumbs up for me. Make sure you're also getting entered to win the AWE exhaust, which will be given away tonight. AWE exhaust for C8 Z06, or really at this point, any of the 2027s, because you can move the exhaust to the center on all of them. So if you're in the market for a new Grand Sport, this exhaust will fit that too. So keep that in mind. This AWE exhaust, even though I keep saying it's for a C8 Z06, it will fit a lot of the 27s, because you can move. You can have either option with the 2027s now, either the side exit or the center exit exhausts for them. Let's see. Shane says might have me wanting the truck shop. Yeah, I mean the TRX, the Rumblebee, these are all fantastic vehicles. I'm still kind of torn on whether I'll do the Rumblebee or the new TRX. Either way, I'm doing one of them.
So does that mean you're going to raffle off your current TRX?
I got to do something with my current TRX. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Engineered Sanity says you need a gray truck with a gray trailer for the gray Z06. I'd love to have all of those things. So let's start with a gray Rumblebee, if that's an option. Because not only that, I love the paint scheme where the top's black and it's got like a color stripe down the center. I think that's cool. So if I could do gray with the black top, I'm sold.
That's right, Shane. Look at that. The AWE exhaust shirt.
Yeah. And she didn't even do that on purpose. She didn't even do it on purpose. Meanwhile, we're giving away an AWE exhaust. She's got the shirt on for it. Yeah, you should. That'd be interesting.
Rumblebee sounds like a weird name.
I think it's pretty cool. But that's one of the reasons why I just assumed yellow is the only color that came in, because they want to look like a bee. I'm going to give the secret free member entries right before I spin that wheel tonight, guys. So if you are a member of the channel, you will get how many free entries, Amber?
Let's do 20 tonight.
20?
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right.
Is that too much?
That's too much. Yeah, let's
So you didn't give me a range, so you should have been more
I didn't want to give you a range. Dang. Okay, so Amber's throwing a number out there. The members of the channel are going to get 20 free entries tonight. So if you're a member,
you have to be present, though.
You have to be in here.
To be present.
And you have to give this secret word that I will give you in about 15 minutes. And if you're not a member, it would make sense to go become one right now.
Okay, so tell me the secret word first. Here.
I don't have it yet. I'm making this up as I go. Can we subscribe multiple times? No. Engineered Insanity, you're already a member, so you're good. When I say member, guys, I'm not talking about just being a subscriber of the channel. I'm talking about going to the main page and selecting Become a Member. It's going to cost you $4.99 a month. That's significantly less than what $10 would give you one entry for.
Yeah, see, it's double entries. I helped you guys out.
That's way more than double entries. She's giving you 20.
20, yeah.
For becoming a member. So you're getting 20 entries for $4.99. If you're already a member, you're going to get those as long as you say the special word when that time comes. And in the meantime, let's smash the thumbs ups, guys.
Can I pick the secret word?
Yeah.
Okay, let me think about this. Shane quits.
$4.99 more, and you get 20 more entries, Shane.
Don't be.
I don't think it's a good idea to quit at this point. You're still in third place, I think. Let me see. Jay's at 160.
There's a lot of entries. Holy
Shane's
cow.
140. Kevin Reynolds is at 161. I love that. He literally donated just enough to get one ahead of Jay.
Yeah, one difference. Jay, you're gonna let this happen?
Members are the green letters in the chat, guys. Just so you know.
That's right.
88 thumbs ups. The secret word is Rumblebee. No, it's not. It's not. Don't go with that.
I'm gonna pick it. I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah, all hail Amber. Yeah, she came in here and just dropped a bomb. You guys are getting all kinds of free entries tonight. I was expecting her to say like 5. Let's see. What else we got to talk about tonight? So we talked about that. If you guys didn't see, again, the ZR1X, since we were consistently talking about this car, it seems, did the special flyby that blew out 250 candles for America's 250th birthday. I can't think of a better car to do that. I really can't. Like, this is literally, we've talked about this in the past about the Corvette being America's supercar. So for that car to fly by and blow out 250 candles really is something else. So really a cool demonstration of America.
I wonder how fast it was going to blow out all those candles.
Actually, we don't have to wonder because we have a video.
Oh, do we? Oh,
let's see. It's actually from the PDR too, so it's going to show exactly what the speed is.
1 and go.
So it didn't even hit 100, but
I thought it would be more than that.
the fact that it hit as fast as it did that quickly tells you all you need to know about a ZR1X.
Interesting.
It was almost 100 miles an hour in 3 seconds. Like, that's wild. If the secret word is constraint, then that means it's on constraint, which means we can't talk about it. And we can't say it because it's on constraint. It's not available.
So I know the secret word. I thought of it.
Don't say it yet.
No, okay.
Oh, look at Charles again, throwing another 20 entries to Shane. Shane, you got to do something for this man. 20 more entries for Shane. That puts him in a tie for second place. So Jay and Shane are tied at second place. Kevin Reynolds is leading the pack by 1. He has one more entry.
So we need Shane to step up. We need Jay to step up. Who else we got that's beating him by one? Oh, we got a loyal. Hey, looky. Hey, thank you.
There's another subscriber or a member of the channel, sorry, and that's going to get that person 20 free entries, apparently, as long as he says the special word.
Yeah. And I know the special word.
Yeah, that was like 90 miles an hour and 40 feet. Yeah, that's not even, that's crazy. 89 thumbs ups, guys. We got 130 in here watching. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100 thumbs ups.
If Shane becomes a member, I'll donate my entries to him. Wow.
Wow.
Shane, you're really going to let this happen.
Engineered, everybody's got your back tonight, Shane. This is insane. Engineered Insanity says he will give you his 20 free entries if you become a member, which means you'll get 40 entries. Good God, man. It seems like everybody's rooting.
I'm waiting for Shane to turn from white to green.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is an interesting one for you eray guys out there. If you haven't seen this yet, Chevrolet changes the C8 Corvette buyer's thank you gift for the new eray owners. Now, if you guys haven't seen this before,
Is that glass?
this was one of the coolest. I thought this was even cooler than the one the Z06 gets. The speed shape. It was literally glass. Yeah, it was clear. And then the bottom is colored of the color of the car you buy. So let's say you bought a rapid blue one. It'd be rapid blue at the bottom, and you would see that shining up through the glass. But in the glass, you could see the hybrid drive system. I thought that was the coolest thing.
All right, Shane. Welcome.
Look at this.
Look at that.
All right, Shane. So now just you and Engineered Insanity are going to need to put the special word in the chat. So don't leave early, and you'll get 40 entries.
I can't wait to share this word.
That's wild. 92 thumbs ups. But anyway, guys, this is the speed shape that the eray owners were getting. And like I said, I thought it was pretty cool.
Ricky got it. He
Yeah.
said he got the glass.
He got the glass one. And I think that's cool. But Chevy has changed it now for the new Corvette owner, C8 Corvette eray owners that are getting like 2026s. And now you just get...
That's boring.
You just get that.
That's boring now.
That's boring. I don't know why they did that. That's nowhere near as cool. Because now that just looks exactly like what the Z06 guys get on a C8 Stingray plate.
Why don't you show them your dusty one here?
No, they've seen it.
Oh, okay.
I got two, actually. I got my black Z06 one over here still. That's unfortunate. I think the glass one is just much cooler looking. And it really helps signify the difference of the car, too. Like, this just looks like a Z06 on a Stingray plate. But this one with the glass is very obviously something different.
So what? Do we got about 6 more minutes here to get in on this?
Yeah, Buddha GM. I agree. That's unfortunate. Clear plastic went on constraint. The sad part is I wouldn't even doubt that it's something like that. I wouldn't even doubt it. About time, says Ricky.
Shane, we're gonna watch that you don't de-enroll and turn from green to white again. So we're gonna keep an eye on you.
He said this is the first time he's ever joined a YouTube channel, and Amber's gonna personally watch.
I will watch. I got my eye on you.
The glass one's way better.
Yeah.
Way better. All right, what else we got? We got
Somebody wants that secret code.
Oh, one more. This is the most important one tonight. So GM gives the yay or nay on Corvette fuel additives. I don't know if you guys have done any research on this, but I have. And I used to like using fuel additives from time to time just to, for the most part, it was peace of mind, just to make sure that maybe something was happening. It was cleaning the valves, whatever. But the official word from Chevrolet says that, number one, you don't need to use these very often. Really, what's more important is using high tier or top tier, high grade gas. So places like Sunoco, Shell, that kind of stuff, they have significantly more cleaning additives in their fuel. So you don't really need to use fuel cleaning additives after the fact if you're using good gas. Now, I have a little bit of a story to tell about that, because when I first got my C8 Z06, I was filling up a lot at Sheetz. And if you guys aren't from the Pennsylvania area, Sheetz is like a gas station that has all kinds of stuff. But what ended up happening was I was noticing the car just every now and then just wasn't running quite correctly. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna switch and start going to Sunoco all the time. And I kid you not, that car ran phenomenally from the day I started going to Sunoco instead of other gas stations. So when I was putting top tier gas in that car, it was very obvious. There was very obviously a difference. So with that said, my gray Z06 has not seen gas from pretty much anywhere else except for Sunoco. My TRX, same kind of thing, Sunoco. So with all that said, you don't really need fuel additives, but if you need to use it, so if you've used crappy gas and you want to kind of start fresh or whatever, there is one fuel additive that GM recommends, and wouldn't you know, it's made by AC Delco. So this is interesting because if I had to guess, this is probably a repackaged, what was that, BG44K or something? I can't remember. It was made by a different company, but either way, this is the fuel system cleaner that they recommend. So if you want to use this at all, you don't need to use it often, especially not if you're using top tier gas.
Didn't you use jet fuel before? Isn't that?
No, it was Techron.
It doesn't look like that.
It was Techron. It was Chevron Tech something. That's what I had heard recommended by Chevy guys in the past, but apparently that's no longer the case. So yeah, if you guys want to get it, I'd stick to what they're recommending. And get top tier gas, you don't really ever have to use that. Yeah. Sunoco Ultra 94 for the win. Exactly. Get that one extra octane rating.
Oh, looky, Jason up there says this is the only channel he's a member of also.
I appreciate that, Jason.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's pretty cool, Ricky.
His speed shape.
Yeah, that's neat. I like the E-Ray did the speed shape right. I'll tell you that much. That is a cool, is really cool, and obviously different from any other speed shape. So you knew exactly what that was. If I had to guess, they changed the E-Ray back to something that looks like the Z06 because the new Grand Sport X is going to look like the current or the glass shaped E-Ray. I bet you. Watch.
Look at all these members in here tonight. I see so much.
Yep, you can get 94 at Sunoco. I just heard this recently too. Justin, Mobil 1 oil change oil for C8 is in short supply and restricted on quantity purchase on Amazon and many other sites. I'll have to check into that because I just bought some and I was hoping that I was going to be able to get some more. But now I just changed my oil, so I don't really need to do it again until next spring. So hopefully it's better by then. Juan says he's had his Z06 11 months and still haven't gotten his speed shape in the mail. You know what? Actually, let me check on something for you because I'm pretty sure I kept the info for this. And I have kind of the information on who you need to contact for a speed shape. So, yeah. So if you guys want to take this down, if any of you are having issues with your speed shape, if it's been a long time and you haven't gotten them yet, I'm going to put it in the chat here. The phone number you can call is right there in the chat. It is 313-572-1025. That will get you to the point where you can talk to somebody about why your speed shape's taking so long, or you can go to support@CorvetteOwnerGift.com for an email.
Look at that. That's
So
an inside scoop.
that's something that was brought up to my attention. I'm pretty sure about one of you guys. So if you haven't gotten your speed shape, it's been a long time because I got both of mine for my black Z06 and the gray Z06 within not even a month. So if it's been 11 months, I would give that number a call or shoot that email address a message and let them know. Because that's the way to get it.
Oh wow! So Cameron's
Yep.
took almost 6 months to get it.
Sean said he had a problem getting his. It's odd because everyone, even my Stingray, came within a month. Never had any problems. Yep. No, you're very welcome. That's what this is all about, guys. If I can help you out with something Corvette related, I'm going to do it. So, we got Omid's in for 20 entries on the AWE exhaust. Omid, thank you. That's
I didn't see him in the chat.
That's interesting considering Omid already has one. Actually, I need to put this guy's got 41. So take him out of there. There we go. All right, so information, I think that's it. So we've covered all the information, guys. So now I'm going to give the 20 free entries away.
Oh, guys, trying to help you out.
All right, so actually, are we at 100 thumbs ups yet?
Don't know that.
We're not. So, guys, let's get to 100 thumbs ups, and then we're going to start into the free entries for the members on the AWE exhaust for the C8 Z06. So we need 3 more thumbs ups, and then we're going to give you the secret word.
Okay, so mute this mic so I can tell you my secret word.
Shh. All right. I know the secret word now. Hanging with Shane says Omid meant to give that to him. You're already getting 40 freaking entries, Shane. I don't think you should be too greedy with this. Yeah, Bill said it took over a year to get his Z06 speed shape. That's wild.
18 months for Seawolf.
Oh, you do have to include the vent. Okay. 18 months.
Dan.
See, now,
That's wild.
the only thing I could say with that, Dan, is maybe it had something to do with the fact that you're in Canada. I honestly don't know because every one of mine have come within a month. Thumbs up. No reason not to. Great info on these lives. I appreciate it.
Shane, that's a good idea. Forget about the veterans free entries.
No, we're giving members free entries. That many I can't do anymore.
Okay. Unless we switch it.
Clay, I did see that. I got you in. For 100, you get 20 entries. So you are good there. You'll get another 20 as long as you use this secret word. And, okay, we're at 101 thumbs up. So the secret word that Amber came up with is Criswell. So type Criswell in, and you will get your free 20 entries as long as you are a member. So let's...
It's relevant to today's discussion.
Let's let the games begin here, guys. $8 months for his speed shape. That's crazy. All right, so all of the members entries here are going to be separate entries as well. This is going to be additional to whether if you've entered already, this is going to be a separate entry. So this will give you even better odds of winning. Crosswalk, I like it. I'm gonna accept that for what it is. I get it. Your phone's auto-correcting, but all right, so let's do this. I'm going to give you guys
Hey,
one
Mr.
minute.
Mr.
You got
Ozone.
1 minute to say Criswell for this exhaust. If you're outside of that minute, it's not going to count. So at 104:30 down here, I'm going to cut it off. Mr. O is like Criswell. It would actually work with an eray as well. I'm pretty sure.
We saw Mr. Robot this time last week.
Yep. 30 seconds. Nice try, Lego, but you got to be a member of the channel. 102 thumbs ups currently. That's good. Omid's in for 20 more. Texas Clay, I'm on my 3rd speed shape, and all of them are 6 months or more of wait. I don't get it. I don't understand why all of mine were within a month, and some of you guys are waiting that long. I guess we're going to have to just go with it. So when you put this many names in, just so you guys know, this is what you're going to see. If you see that white mark on the side, it makes the names jump all around. So it's still randomized, but I think there you could see them actually changing as the wheel spins, it's like changing the names. So I can either spin it like this and it will do that same jumping around as the wheel's spinning, or we take out the free entries and do it with just the paid entries. Basically, we have too many entries for this particular wheel, at least. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Take out the free entries or just leave it the way it is and spin it, because it's still randomized. It's jumping, but it's still random. Okay, we got one for just spin. If we get 3 people saying spin within the next couple seconds here, I'm just going to spin it like it is. There's 2. Nope. All right, I got 3 spins in a row. So, I mean, I can't manipulate this thing, but if you can see it jumping currently before I even spin it. So it's still going to be randomized, but just so you guys know, that's the way it's going to look. Okay, here we go. The masses have spoken. Here goes the spin. Oh boy, who's that? Oh! Oh, it's Texas Clay. Oh my God. So Texas Clay wins with one of the free entries, but he did also pay to enter too. So Texas Clay, shoot me an email, horsepowerobsessed@gmail.com, and I will make sure this gets shipped out to you. So he's in Texas. I'm not sure where, Charles, I'm not sure what state you live in. I can't remember. It would be nice if it was Texas, but I don't think it is. It was real close to Shane, actually. That was 1, 2, 3 entries prior. Shane was 3 entries prior. All right, guys, huge congratulations to Texas Clay. Send me an email. Like I said, I need your shipping address so we can get this shipped out to you. But you guys...
Is he still in here?
He should still be in here, yeah.
Okay.
Very, very, very nice. Thank you all for the entries, and we're gonna get that shipped out. Yeah,
All right.
How about that? How about that?
What's the number 2 next to his name mean?
I don't know. There was a crown. I looked into this before. I can't remember what it meant. Congratulations, guys. Yeah. Now you can either put that on yours or your wife's. I think you guys both have Z06s if I remember right.
That's cool.
So which one gets it? Oh yeah, Charles is in Florida. So it shouldn't be too much to ship it to Texas. But either way, Charles, I will let you know the shipping address as soon as I get it from Texas Clay. And then, yeah, huge, awesome. Guys, thank you so much for the support. If you could, before you leave, smash the thumbs up button. And that's going to do it. We'll see you guys all the same time, same place next Monday night. And we're going to talk a lot about that Criswell show. So if you can make it, come out to the Criswell show. Otherwise, stay obsessed. We'll see you next Monday night.